So Tottenham are contemplating a new improved bid for Morgan Gibbs-White. Welcome to your Forest News. Afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to your latest Forest News. Coming up, we'll tell you about Morgan Gibbs-White. I promise I won't dwell on it long, but there are some new breaking revelations within it, so I'll talk you through that. Newcastle are now interested in Forest target signing Vissa from Brentford. We've got some little inside, gossipy stuff going on about Jacob Ramsey, and is he in Nottingham? And on top of that, there's loads of Forest stuff going on as always. So if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you're new. And let's jump into the news, and let's start with Morgan. Okay, so let's speed run this. Morgan Gibbs-White, we know the backstory. As things stand, reports are saying today that the ball is now in Spurs' court, that Spurs have to sort this out if they want to get the player. And there is talks that Spurs are considering and contemplating and talking about an improved offer, and that offer is for £65 million. Levy, you're such a tight ass, man. You're seriously sitting there contemplating, considering 5 million. It's not gonna be enough, let's be real, if they go 65 million, if Forest have got past all this release clause stuff. Now, the interesting point on this is, why are Spurs considering a different offer if they believe they've done nothing wrong? That's the question I need you lot to answer me in the comments. Because if Spurs are holier than thou and innocent and, not allegedly breached any breaches, then why are they looking to increase the money? If Spurs are in the right in this, surely they should stand on morals and principle and say, we didn't know about the release clause, 60 million and all this, and now they're looking to increase it. Now, the reports are then going on to say that Gibbs-White has said that he wants this resolved one way or another before Forest go on their kind of European tour to Portugal. I believe they're going pretty much to the same area and same kind of setup that they did last year, but he wants it resolved. So let me just quickly run you through the report, and then we can move on from Morgan Gibbs-White. So Gibbs-White keen for his future to be settled before Forest go to Portugal. He wants it resolved before they leave for their training camp in Portugal on Monday, with the midfielder still keen to join Tottenham. Spurs thought they had cleared the way to sign the attacking midfielder when they made a £60 million clause, but the move was halted dramatically. We know all that. Here's the key bit. The ball is now in Tottenham's court. Mail Sport learned that in January that Gibbs-White had resisted Forest's attempts to offer him a new deal that would have seen him at least double his 60k salary. So Gibbs-White on 60k, Forest were offering 120. Now, that is significant money. I don't think Spurs are going to offer much more than that anyway. So if, the money's there, Gibbs-White, stop being a baby. A second offer from Tottenham of about 65 million is thought to have been discussed, though not yet submitted. And it is unclear whether this would be enough to change Forest's stance. If there is no progress, Gibbs-White will be expected to travel with the rest of Nuno's squad to Portugal, where they are scheduled to stay until the 1st of August. Okay, so key extra bit there to discuss is the fact, you might as well like and subscribe anyway, is the fact that Gibbs-White was offered double at least his salary, so taking him to 120 plus. So clearly he refused then. And clearly, I'm starting to think this guy kissing the badge, telling us we've only just begun and whatever else he said. I'm leaning more towards Snake again. What are you guys saying? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to the next story, and this is the fun one. Let's have some fun with this. I got reports today to say that Jacob Ramsey is in Nottingham sorting out housings and things like that. Okay, now, does this mean that he's already signed for Forest, or maybe he wants to extend his travel time from Birmingham? His Forest is better than Birmingham, Nottingham's better than Birmingham, but he is a high target on Forest list. We saw the report in The Guardian the other day, excuse me, and the people telling me this stuff have been very reliable and accurate with it. So putting 2 and 2 together, you could come to 4 quite conveniently. But maybe he got to Forest, maybe he started chatting to the hierarchy and he just wanted to do his rejection in person because he is a young lad of high integrity. Who knows? But we do know, as I said, Guardian reported high on the target list. Could be a Gibbs-White replacement, although I still think he's better on the left-hand side. So we'll have to see how that one goes. But overall, there's no smoke without fire. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll let you know if I hear any changes on this or not. But it could get interesting. Would you take Ramsey at Forest? He does have injury issues. He was in and out for me of the Aston Villa team last season. I think there's a lot of potential, but I think it's important as well with Gibbs-White potentially going, Elanga gone, that if these players go, we still got to tick up our homegrown talent quota and all this stuff. So that one, keep your eye on. It looks like it's getting a bit more heat on it. The other one that's getting some heat is on Vissa. Now, no big secret, been a huge target for Nuno from literally day dot. Forest went in for him last January with about £25 million. They liked him so much after that rejection that in the summer they've already put in a lower bid of 20 million for Vissa. Now, that got rejected from Brentford, but Forest are still keen on Vissa. However, Newcastle have been rejected by Ekitike, who looks like he's probably going to Liverpool as things stand. And they've now turned their attention to Vissa, so joining the race with Forest, with Spurs, with about 600 other clubs. A lot of these clubs are very keen on Vissa. And this also has knock-on effects as well to the likes of Manchester United, who, if Vissa goes, may struggle to get Brian Mbeumo over the line. So I think, does he go to Newcastle? I think it's actually a really good fit for him, if I'm being honest with you, because of his versatility in the front line. I know this isn't a Newcastle channel, but it does indirectly affect us. Could I see Newcastle forking the 40 million that Brentford want for him? No. But where Brentford will start to be happy is the more clubs that are interested, the more likely they can get a bidding war going on this one. So this is one that, look, I feel if Forest were able to get a bid accepted from Brentford, then I think Vissa would come to Forest. We've courted him long enough that I think it'd be like, all right, cool, let me go out on a date with them and see how it goes. But I just don't think Forest's valuation of Vissa is anywhere near to what Brentford's is. And the question is, will Newcastle value him more towards the Forest side or towards the Brentford side? Because let's not forget, he's about to turn 29. He's got AFCON this year. But he is a bagsman. He is scoring the goals for a crappy, soon-to-be relegated Brentford team. So let's see how this one develops as well. Now, there's been no news to say that Forest have suddenly panicked because Newcastle have entered the race and are going to up a third bid in for Vissa to like £35 million just to try and get him over the line. But again, one to watch because it's starting to develop. I'm starting to feel like this transfer window is about to heat up, and we're going to discuss all of the news tonight on Grumpy Old Reds. I think it's at 7:30. I don't know. The little babies on the panel, they're still trying to figure out when their makeup will be set and everything. So make sure you tune in there. Get your thoughts in on all these stories. Oh, and one other thing before I forget. Igor Jesus, the main man, is on his way to England today. I believe, though, it's just to England. I think Pedro said to me, he said something that he didn't translate, that he was going to meet up with the squad either Monday or Tuesday. That probably makes sense. Probably meets up on Monday, flies out with them to Portugal, or maybe he flies out on Marinakis Airlines on Tuesday. So we'll keep you posted on exactly the time frame events, but he's coming to England today. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll see you on Grumpy Old Reds tonight. Come on, you Reds.